Is there a duet that you have done that has stood out to you as your favorite or one of your favorites?
Yeah, I think, well, if it's a recorded song, then I think Beyonce and also Andrea Bocelli on Perfect were both very different experiences, but both amazing experiences. But I think the first time that I sung with Beyonce, we did a Stevie Wonder tribute where we did Master Blaster together with Gary Clark Jr. And like sometimes I get a bit, I don't know, like self-doubty and low and kind of, you know, uh, I think being like, oh, is my career on the downward slope or blah, blah, blah. And that is a video that I'll go to and watch and be like, but that was pretty cool. Like no one can take that away from me. You know, that's like one of those videos that I'll always go back to like remind myself that I've done some pretty fun stuff. And again, another one would be like bringing Eminem on in Detroit. That's like another one. If I need a little like, you were right, we've done some cool shit. Like, yeah.
Gives you a little boost.
Yeah, and sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need reminding that, like, even if stuff isn't like great at the moment, like the accumulation of things over the years that think people can't take those moments away from you, you know?
I do think it's interesting to hear you say that sometimes you need those little bumps because you're having like the normal human experience of like what's going on? Where am I going? Yeah. Like a little lull might send you into like, let me reminisce a little bit and bring the vibes back up.
Totally. I think nostalgia, like good nostalgia like that is really healthy and helpful. And I think it's also just navigating adult life because sometimes it's not even just based on a like career thing of, you know, sometimes I'll put out a song that doesn't work or I'll have a show that doesn't sell out or like blah, blah, blah. Like something will happen and I'll be, you know, overthinking in my head. But it's not just that. I think it's just being a parent and then wondering how much I should be working and how much I should be at home. And then when you're at home too much, you're like, oh, should I be working more? It's like a constant balance of like, what is the right thing to do? And I want my kids to know the value of hard work, but not at the detriment of me not being there. And it's kind of like a balance of, I don't know.
My husband and I have had that conversation a lot, specifically because when he retired from football, we knew his schedule in football. It was a set schedule. Yeah. He was home at a certain time each day of the week. And now that he's retired, he took on a lot of things. He's been sort of figuring out exactly where he wants to put his energy in.
It's interesting because this will be the most busy time of his life, figuring out what he wants to do, and then it'll settle again into a rhythm and a groove. But definitely, like, I can imagine being a professional sportsman his whole life, and then that ends, and then you go, fuck, well, what is the next thing? And then you have to try many different things, then find out what the next thing is. Like, yeah, it must. But
he has that same. Well, he has that same dilemma, and we've had the conversation a number of times of like, well, in an effort to find what that next thing is or what those next few things are, at what cost, right? Like at what time do you say like, yes, I'm showing my kids hard work, determination, all of those things and modeling it. But then at the same time, making sure that balance of like that you're home and that you're there to color and that you're there in the morning to get their day started.
I would say that a couple of Super Bowls in a trophy at home probably do that as well. Like, and I find that as well, looking at my career, like the accumulation of all the things that I've done. Sometimes I'm like, oh, actually, like I'm striving to be like, I got to show them this, got to show them. When actually, like, it's kind of all there already, and maybe it's like you work 40% less, you're home a bit more, and yeah,
we'll figure it out.
I don't think we will, but I think that's fine. I'm
going to keep telling myself we'll figure it out.
Parenthood is basically figuring it out until they've left home, and then you go, oh, that's that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we did it. Good luck.